Hi, this is Sarah Marks, one of the librarians here at UMass Lowell. For this video, I'm going to show you how to use Nexis Uni to find health news. Now, health doesn't just happen in scholarly research. Because it relates to people's lives, very often health research gets reported in the news. Newspapers like the New York Times have special health content that's something informative and connects back to the research that's being done. So when the news publishes a health article, it's typically because something has been published in the research that they find it informative. So how do you find those news articles? Because our health databases focus on either the health research articles or the industry news. Well, Nexis Uni is going to help you do that. And you're already set up once you're here to start searching the news. The news is identified, and then you search what it is you want to know about. So let's say we want to research news articles about diabetes, and we want to focus on things from the last 30 days. We click search, and it starts to review what it has available. So you can see it's telling me I have 10,000 plus results. It does do a web search where it will search specifically the web sources, but we want to start with all of news. Now, of course, we don't want to look at 10,000 articles of anything. So we look to the left to see what kind of options we have. Maybe we want to look at industry and limit it to the healthcare industry. That's going to knock off a significant number of articles. Now we're finally under 10,000. We might want to narrow that specific healthcare industry, and we can. But let's look at, say, subject. Maybe we want to limit it to the health medicine. Maybe we want to focus on a specific geography, North America. And notice, as we click, more comes back, so we're not limited to what it gives us the first time. It resets this set of limits, the subjects, the industry, or whichever we're looking at, so that we can specifically pick smaller and more specific ones. So now let's do another subject, diet, nutrition, and fitness. The more we click, the smaller the group is going to get. And you notice we can take all of them off at any point in time, or clear the search. Now, before we get into looking at the article, let's talk about our options here. Clicking on the articles allows us the option to save them. Now, you can see I've got a couple other things in here, and I can clear them all, or just add a new one. This option, Folders, asks me to log in or create an account. Nexis Uni has an individual account just so you can save the articles you find here. You have to create it. It's entirely free, but every time you come in, you can get back to searches you've done and need to update, get back to articles you've saved and need to get back, or other information that might come up that's relevant. You have the option to print, and clicking on the little gearbox next to the options allows you to set what you're going to print, or in this case, what you're going to download. This option is to email, and it allows you to sync with your Google Drive to share information. This one allows you to get a printer-friendly view so that you can print and see what exactly is going to print instead of printing what you don't realize you're going to print. So let's look at the first of our articles. It shows us where our search terms show up in the article. So that way we know how often, where, and how relevant this is. If you only see it once, then it's just mentioned in an article. The article isn't necessarily about it, but it's both in the title and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 references in 892 words. Now, the nice thing about Nexis Uni is that the news resources here are all free. Primarily, you can guarantee yourself about 6 months worth of issues from a newspaper, magazine, or blog, and occasionally a little more than that. So you don't have to look at long term. You can look at these smaller ranges of time, but you get entire articles. And they tell you exactly how many words this is because they're news articles. They're short. They're not research. Here you can see the article, including all links that they might reference to in their citations, well, their end of their footers, or within the article itself. And then you get the classification information. This is how they determine the subjects that are going to come back, the organization, the industry. And when I highlight it, I can add it to a new search. So if I see, okay, yeah, I want to do college and universities and add that. And I want to do diabetes and add to search. I can search any one of those. Or I can search a bunch of them. And it isn't always a perfect search, but it allows me to get some of what I'm looking for again and change things around. So let's go back to an article. Again, you have your print, email, save, Google Drive options. You can go to different sections. You can search within the document for a specific article, for specific phrases. And then, of course, everything you need for a citation is already on this article. You just have to put it together yourself. And if you click on Actions, it'll allow you to create a link to this page. So I hope that helps you when you're doing searching about health in a newspaper through Nexis Uni.